Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of From the Depths. It is great to have you all here as usual. So we're finally here at the Scarlet Dawn Fortress. It has been a long and perilous path. Lots of battles we've had. We've had quite a few losses, lots of wins, but we finally made our way across the map, all the way up to this far corner from where we started. So here's the thing we're going to have to be watching out for. We've got the Scarlet Dawn Fortress right here, but right behind it, up on this massive lava mountain, whatever this is called, is a force of 424. We're going to try to not have to fight that. We're going to try to fight the fortress itself. So in order to do that, we brought in a couple more ships today. We brought in the Aether Parasite and the Cheat, a couple of each, and they compose the 387th Taco Division fleet. This is probably the best fleet you could ever hope for to arrive at your doorstep. It's the Taco Division. I mean, it's like the taco truck rolls up and everybody just gets their food on. So let's take a look at these ships really quick here. Let's start with the Aether Parasite. Now, we've had quite a few airships from this author. This author who makes these, I like to say, just specializes in airships. That's like his specialty. And you may remember, so here's the design of the Parasite. Very cool. I love the inside of this. Let's get the interface off. Look at this. It's like a little command room. We got ACBs everywhere. We got like little dials and knobs. Look at these. Do these work? Do these actually show like real data? I don't know if they do. There's a sweet little steering wheel. And here's the Aether Parasite. This is it. Lots of cannons positioned everywhere. So great positioning. Hopefully at any given time, one or two of your weapon systems should be able to lock onto an enemy. And of course on top of that we got lasers. I'm seeing a couple of big ones on the left and right, and one large laser array right on the top. And oh yeah, look at this. We're going right over this lava mountain right now. We're gonna have to be very careful. And of course, missiles right on the back. Nice. Let's take a look at the makeup. All right, short range thruster, 2 tanks, 2 fins. We got the APN guidance. Okay, let's see. What's the description on the APN guidance? Let's go look really quick here. Oh, okay, that's augmented proportional navigation. All right, I forgot that it got a rename there. We got the frag warheads with a small cone and an infrared seeker. Awesome. Oh, yeah, let's go ahead and get this guy out of here. Woo! And, oh, look, there we go. Whee! Where's our guy? There he is. It looks so funny when you have the interface off. And your character is on a ship. He just goes flying. Look at him. Oh, man. That would be one great way to travel the world. Okay, so let's go take a look at the Cheat really quick as well here. Now, this ship is just more functionality over form, I will say. Not to say it's like a horrible design. It's just basic, It has 2 huge laser arrays on the left and right. It's got, let's see, a couple of big cannons on the front, left and right. And then right on the top back, it has an array of 4 cannons. Now, one thing I noticed, it is coated in a lot of shields, as you can see here, but for instance, we have ammo boxes back here totally exposed on the Cheats. The shields are the only saving grace for those. So, missiles, for instance, could come back in there and just wreak havoc, I guess. We do have, looks like, some missile warner systems, so we definitely have some lambs on this baby. And then we have these weird little structural anomalies coming out the sides and the bottom. Maybe this is why it's called the Cheat. Because I noticed, a lot of ammo barrels down here on these structural parts coming off, and these are targets for the AI. Essentially, that's the tactic that, vehicle designers will go for when doing something like this. It's just to, distract the enemy AI. So that's the Cheat. We're also bringing in the Aether Parasite. We got these guys ready to rock, and we're going to try to just fight this fortress. We're just going to see if we can get this without this 424 force. That's going to be a lot, and in fact, that would be completely overwhelming for this force. It would be no bueno for us. So let me go ahead and get these guys moving up some here, and we're going to try to get this started. We're going to try to do this where we don't cross this threshold, so we don't spawn this guy in who will then fly over here and blockade us and just make us have a bad day. We don't want to have a bad day. All right, a little bit closer, a little bit closer. There we go. Perfect. Start the battle with the 387th Taco Division. Here we go. All right, let's go ahead and move some of these ships around here. Here's one of the Cheats. I know I'm going to want these guys a little bit closer. So we'll get the Cheats like this. And this is something interesting. You know, before I would ever go into battle, I would really worry about my fleet makeup and where all my ships were. You know, that's not something you really have to worry about anymore because of this battle setup phase. Let me get my block slider back. We'll bring in... Let's see. I don't actually know how big our ships are. We're going to get 16k. So I essentially want a cheat and a parasite to come in at the same time. Okay, and in fact, I would like the other parasite to come in next, and then the cheat to be the fourth. So, alright, let's get these parasites all lined up. How do I want these to go? Do I want them to start off broadsiding or start off flying directly at the enemy? You know what? Let's go broadside. So, I'll start one way up high over here. I'll kind of have them set up with these cheats. Oh, interesting. One of our parasites was able to go a lot higher with his starting altitude. That's going to be number 3. Let's go ahead and start him as number 2. Perfect. I think we're ready. Let's go ahead and begin the battle. Let's see what we get in here first. I want to make sure that my character is in one of the parasites. You know, for the great healing capabilities. Okay, here we are in battle. It is crazy laggy right now. It is the Scarlet Dawn Fortress, for sure. Let's go over here and take a look at what we're dealing with. You can see there that our Aether Parasite was already taking just a huge amount of damage. Let's see what we are dealing with here. This Scarlet Dawn Fortress is... What is this? Wow! No wonder it's so laggy. What is this? This is nuts. Look down here. Look at this. Oh, we're like inside this thing. How big is this? Scarlet Dawn 13,000 blocks. Oh, the lag is unfortunate from this thing. It is way up there. So here we can see our cheat. We've got those continuous beam lasers firing. We've got those cannons firing. We've already defeated the fortress. All right, that's what I'm talking about. But you know what, though? Not without our own damage and potential losses. That Aether Parasite down to 84% on the horizon there and falling. You can see a lot of the missiles from the Scarlet Dawn Fortress coming down. Wow, this is so laggy. Goodness. Okay, so it wasn't the fortress that we had defeated yet. It was one of the sub-vehicle spawners that the fortress had. So I would imagine just one of those little ships. Little Scarlet Dawn babies, you know, coming off the ship there. This thing's quite big. A lot of lasers you could see there. And in fact, our Aether Parasite, no, 76%. We are sitting in here, so we are getting our healing capabilities. You know, we should be healing up a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be enough to offset or counter the damage that the Scarlet Dawn is doing from this fortress. Wow, this is such a cool fortress. Like, is this really a fortress? Are there a fortress? Oh yeah, look, they're all on the bottom here. Wow, there are so many. So many. And so you can see here, whatever the makeup of this fortress is just... I don't know if it's spin blocks or if it's just the fortress... oh, look, a little bullet was inside here. Interesting. Yeah, something... There is some block type that this fortress is using that causes just a huge amount of lag. It's generally spin blocks or lots of shield stacking. I don't know. There's a few things I've noticed. But we're not doing so bad so far. Let's take a look at our health. Our cheat is untouched. And that's more than likely because the fortress, I don't think, has really been focusing on us. On the cheat. Let's go over here. We gotta go check out our Aether Parasite. It's definitely seen better days, man. Goodness. Oh, here we have another little subspawn from the fortress. This is what it was shooting out. Look at this. Cool. How you doing? A little wraith. 300-ish blocks. So I don't know what that's saying. It says destroy this. I don't know if maybe like the AI is already dead. Looks like we got some stacked text over there. Like a nice little pancake stack. Here's the parasite. Yeah, it's not doing so bad. Looks like it's actually lifting back up. Yeah, we're healing it a little bit. It was down to 73%. Oh yeah, you can see that wraith over there just getting obliterated. I do believe There we go, Aether Parasite back in biz. That's what I like to see. I love this design. These airship designs are so cool. Definitely, there's a custom jet in there. You can see the custom jet stream coming out the back. Alright, so yeah, the AI is dead on the fortress. For sure. We're doing it! We're doing it, Peter! Oh! Feels so good, wrecking the Scarlet Dawn. Look at their fortress. This, by far, is the coolest fortress I've seen. Look at the back. Looks like a spaceship or something. With the fortress green snoog coming out. AI is dead. We've done it. Dun 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 dun. I don't. That's like Superman music or something, but you know, celebratory music is the whole point here. We're doing it. Ding. Level up, baby. Let's see what level we are. Where's our level? We are level 475. It feels right to have such a rockin' level. How are we doing on the cheat? The cheat is exactly 5,000 blocks of tasty mayhem. And it's called the cheat. It reminds me of The Tick. Anybody ever remember that TV show called The Tick? And he'd be like, spoon, you know, and he'd hold a spoon or whatever. Love that show. For some reason, the cheat reminds me of it. I feel like he could be a character with The Tick. So here you can see the Aether Parasite getting a really nice broadside going on here with these cannons. And the shooting, the firing of the cannons is so odd. Oh, there we go. Fortress is out. It's we're getting a little bit of a lag spike here. I don't know actually what's happening. Is something else about to spawn in that I am unaware of? Please don't crash. Yay, we did it. Immediate huge FPS boost. Yeah, immediately huge FPS boost. All right. Check that out. We did it. How are we doing? We are over here. We haven't quite crossed the threshold yet to cause the Scarlet Dawn to spawn in. But there we go, ladies and gents. That's it. We beat the fortress. I don't want to deal with this 424 enemy strength square, especially because it's over this mountain. I really don't think we would fare very well against that. So here's the deal. I'm still trying to decide what we want to do next. Here are the options that I've kind of landed on so far. One, we can either go for another faction in this campaign, which could be fun. I'm thinking either, you know, Steel Striders or the Twin Guard. Lightning Hoods could be fun as well. I really think those are the only three that are left. Or we could do a custom campaign. That's the other thing I'm looking at. You know, I don't think I've actually seen a lot of people do custom campaigns as far as like, you know, YouTube videos and whatnot. So that could be pretty fun. The question is the playstyle that we'd want to go for in the custom campaign. And someone had a really good suggestion, which was try a capture campaign where our whole goal is just to capture like all the enemy ships that we can. Essentially, we would just have an extremely bare bones fleet, and we would build our fleet off of capturing enemy ships and then potentially beefing them up some. I don't know, that's something that we could definitely go for. So let me know your thoughts in the video. I know I've posed the question a few times and we've gotten a lot of feedback. Essentially, it seems like I've had the most suggestions for either just going for another faction in this campaign, you know, with more community ships, or we rock a custom campaign and we go for the, you know, try to capture the enemy ships playstyle. I'm all for it. I'm really all for anything. You know, I want to keep playing the game. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, let me know your thoughts and suggestions in the comments of the video down below. That would be totally rad. And well, until next time, ladies and gents, looking forward to seeing you in the next video we go for, whatever that may be. So until then, hope y'all have an absolutely great one. Take it easy and stay classy.